Hi, welcome back to Broke Not Broken. This is a sequel to the Fifth Estate video I shot a few weeks back. Now, to be completely transparent with you guys, the lady I was talking about was myself and my family. What we're going through with the government garnishment, it still has continued. They've apparently removed the garnish at this point, but it's been about since end of August until now. They've been doing garnishment, including but not limited to my husband's EI, to the tune of 60%. And if anybody's got an EI in Canada, you know it's not that much money. Just saying. And 60% means he's got no money to go find another job, pay heat and hydro, or buy groceries for that point, or that matter. So there's that. So I've been dealing with a lot of stress caused by this ongoing dilemma caused by my government. So what have I been doing to help my family? Well, I had prepaid all the bills on my home except for my mortgage and my land taxes during the summer months when I was working part-time. Now, that being said, it's given me a little bit of a buffer, but now I'm out of the buffer. What do I do now? Well, I can be penny pinching a little bit harder. I mean, I haven't been grocery shopping and I don't even know how long, since before Christmas. Christmas was very sad in my house. I think I spent maybe $50 on each child from Santa. There was no extras at all. It was very, very sad because I'm a very prepared person. I know what's coming in for money. I know what I can spend. But at this point, when there's no money coming in, it's really hard to, provide for yourself. That being said, I have found some penny pinching ways on how to make do with very little money or using what I have. So I'm going to give you a few tricks that I've been using. Now, unfortunately, I don't have bread tags sitting here, but the bread tags in Ontario are now made of paper. I've been hoarding them off of the milk bags, and you can see a milk bag drying right there. And using them for homemade bread in the freezer because they work better, and I just collect as many as I can and throw them aside. They hold up better. The paper ones just rip apart and they're garbage. So I've been hoarding those. Sounds awful. It really does. I've also been holding on to the milk bags and the bags that milk come in. The reason being is if you have a bag sealer, you can rinse out, wash the milk bags that your milk comes in. I'm sorry if you're watching from the States and don't understand what I'm talking about. I don't have my picture sitting out here. You'd see one. It's a 1 liter in a plastic bag. That plastic bag, if you wash it out, you can use it to seal up pre-portioned meals, saving on Ziploc bags. So I buy milk anyway. My 4-year-old, that's all he'll drink, so that works. And I can put muffins or whatever I've made up and put them in the freezer for a later, usage. I'm using up everything I have. I'm sorry, I'm fighting with a cold here at this point. And that bag back there, I'll use for bread. I just clean it out, wash it, dry it, put a couple loaves of bread in it, put it in the freezer, homemade. I don't buy from the store anymore. I have no intention of buying bread at all. I make all our bread products, and I made sourdough potato flake bread yesterday from, oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm out of frame. The Dining on the Dime cookbook. Mine's worn, clearly. If you haven't purchased it, I recommend it. When you have money, if you're currently broke like I am, you don't necessarily need to do it. Just look up recipes online with what you have in your pantry, type it in, boom, Bob's your uncle, done. 3 ingredients or less are always the best options when you're broke, and make as much of it as you can. that being said, I'm using every means possible to either make money or save money. Money not coming out of my budget when my budget is totally screwed at this point. Thank you, government. I'm glad I stick to a budget, but you can't. Just saying. Whoops. Sorry. Not sorry. I am so stressed out at this point, caused by this particular thing. That, everything revolves around saving money, finding money, and trying to pay bills that are currently coming in. I had a 2-month buffer, and I shouldn't have run out of that buffer, and I should have had money backing it, but thanks to what they did and the garnishments, there is no money coming in. I just wanted to put a face to it, so I hope some politicians in Canada see this, because this is insane. Insane. Oh, my cat's in the window. It's absolutely crazy, and I really hope that nobody else out there is having to suffer through what my family has had to suffer through, where they have to debate at this point. Do we pay the propane bill and have heat in our house? Or do we buy groceries? Or the kids need new shoes. Do we just tape them together? Do we go and spend money on shoes that we don't have, that we need for feed for our chickens, our dog? Things that are actually, our animals right now are well-fed people. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there. Do we have to make that decision at this point? I feel like my family has been let down. We had to go through so many CRA people to even listen to us. We had to get a lawyer. We had to do all these things. And at this point, the way I view it is, it's theft. You stole off the back of working class people. You're not issuing a check right this second. We got told, hold on, it could take some time to get your money back. Really? Didn't take any time to take it out of my husband's pay or his EI or, excuse me. Like, am I going to have to lose my home or my vehicle before somebody does something to help us? I'm sorry that I'm snotty and sarcastic at this point. I'm just so done fighting. I'm tired of fighting for something that we earned. We're not going to get an apology. And any bills at this point, including my husband's truck, has bounced payments on it because we can't pay for it. So when they come and repossess my husband's truck or my home, because we can't pay it because you're garnishing or have not paid us the money that is owed to us in a timely fashion, which means now, by the way, today, not 6 months from now, today, because you've caused hardship. Are you going to pay those, fees from the bank for bounce checks? I don't think so. Or NSFs or anything like that. I don't think so. I had prepared. I had a 3-month buffer on everything for winter layoff, and no money equals no food, no nothing. My family is not the type of people that just are butt sitters, or, I'm a hardworking homesteading mama who works in the summer as a landscaper and then comes home and, puts up food. I'm not just sitting, sucking on the government's teat, getting money every month like other people out there. This was money that my husband earned. The question is, are we going to get it back with the interest to us? Because you were charging us like, $500 a month in interest charges on money we didn't owe. So the question boggles my mind. Not that I wanted this video to be a bitch fest, but I'm just done with the waiting game. I shouldn't have to wait for my money, my husband's money, our money. I shouldn't have to wait for it. I shouldn't have to nickel and dime my way so I can buy margarine. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just one of a billion people. I'm just a number. Maybe now you have a face. Anyway, I will be on here with ways of stretching what you have in your freezer to last week. Last week we cooked up a venison roast. It wasn't a very large one, but it lasted a family of 4 for 5 days for dinners. And the boys just ate simply homemade bread with peanut butter and, things like that. A cup of cereal for breakfast, or oatmeal, instant, or I made it on the stove. I've been, all over twisting my life at this point, stretching what I have, and I make jokes about this, but it's not really a joke. And I don't feel that my family is being treated justly or fairly at this point. Because, when you work and you pay into things like EI, you should be entitled to your EI. And, they should have looked into stuff, but they didn't. The government, didn't look into it, did nothing, and then took it off us. And that's not right, not fair, unjust, and as far as I'm concerned, that's theft. If I did that, I'd be in jail. Just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back on with meal stretchers to try to help out those families that are struggling right now due to economical issues, tariffs possibly coming in to effect that will increase our cost of living if our politicians do nothing. So let's get ahead of the game, because the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Remember that, boys and girls. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.